Alright, so in this video, I'm going to talk about how to rewrite private label articles. So, as I mentioned earlier, that private label articles give you that foundation so that you can jump over the writer's block that you might be having when you're trying to figure out what articles you want to write about. When you pick and choose your private label articles, you want to keep in mind that you want to also include affiliate programs with that. So, if there are not a lot of affiliate programs out there for a certain topic that you're going to write on, then you might want to rethink that. But it's bound that there's going to be a lot of different affiliate programs out there. And one thing to keep in mind is you don't want to just promote any affiliate program. You want to pick and choose the good affiliate programs, which I'll teach you that in the next video. So basically, this is your time to pre-sell. This is your time to rewrite the private label article so it sounds like you, and then you can gain the trust of the reader by making it exciting, and things like that. Because oftentimes, private label articles are just written, factually. They're not usually written exciting, things like that. So you can add your own spice to that. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to go ahead and find some private label articles. And it just so happens that I have some articles here, private label article pack, and I have a bunch of different topics here. And the one thing that I will probably choose will be on job search, because career search, job search, I hear it all the time. Even my friends are looking for jobs, so that's one big issue. So, and I know there are, affiliate programs that deal with job searching and how to find jobs and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up here, and I am going to go ahead and sort by detail so that I can see all of the article names here. So let's say that our main theme is finding jobs, having the interview, and closing the deal type thing. Now, one of the articles that catches my eye is on job interview tips. So this should be about how to interview, how to close the deal. What are the ways that you can make the job employer or the person interviewing you feeling like you're right for the job. So let's go ahead and open this up. Currently I'm using Notepad, so it's actually fairly simple. Now you can use any program that you want to. You can open it with WordPad, TextPad, Microsoft Word, OpenOffice, anything like that. In this example, I'm going to use WordPad just because it's easier to see different fonts and things like that. So I'm going to minimize this so you can actually see what we're looking at here. And I'm going to go ahead and change the font, let's say to 11. We'll change it to Arial. So we have that. So when you want to keep in mind that when you are rewriting any type of private label article, the first thing you want to make sure is, do you have the rights? If you have the rights, good. Second thing is, when you're reading through it, the thing is you want to change the headline. So you want to change this. You want to change the first paragraph. You want to read through it just to make sure that it's something you would normally say, and you can rewrite it, change the ending of it, or add some sort of ending to that. So this article is about tips in job interviews. So right now the headline is tips in a job interview. To me, that kind of sounds a little dull. So we might want to change that. So the thing is, a lot of people like to type in how to this, how to that. So we might want to change it to something like how to. So we could say how to have a successful job interview, just so that we address that by reading this article, by the time you're finished reading this article, you can have a successful job interview, and just instead of just saying here's how to have tips or here's how to do this and that. So we make it a little more exciting. And the second thing is you want to change the beginning paragraph. So currently it says the second step in getting a job interview is meeting with a potential employer for an interview. The first step, blah, blah, blah. So we might want to change that around to make it a little more exciting. We might want to say, if you successfully, now is your time to shine. By giving a memorable job interview. So we can go ahead and delete that, and we can say if job interviews don't need to be scary at all. In fact, by the time you finish reading this article, you'll know exactly what you need to do to make your future employer excited. Okay, so that sounds a little more exciting. We've said, okay, if you've successfully completed the application process, now is your time to shine. And we're basically saying, if you keep reading this article, by the end of the article, this is the end result. So when they read that, they're thinking, okay, I'm already grabbed in, I'm pulled in by headline, I'm pulled in by the first paragraph, and I just need to go a little more and read this article. So we can go through here and read the article. And one thing to keep in mind is that you also want to include keywords in your articles that might help your search engine rank. So if there's specific keywords that relate to the affiliate program and things like that, then include them inside this article. And you can always change it back in the future later on. So it seems like this article is a little redundant, so I'm going to go ahead and erase this here, because you want to keep it short and sweet, and you want to keep it so that you've retained their interests, but at the same time you want to keep them reading it. So we can say here are a few tips that will help you have a successful job interview. And we might want to change the formatting around a little bit if you want. If you haven't done an interview before, or recently, you may want to do a mock interview with a friend or family member so that you can be prepared. So as you can see, I'm sort of rewriting the article to be something that I want it to be. But the good thing here is that I don't have to start from scratch. I'm already reading it and understanding it, but I'm just rewriting it in my own words, simply because it's a private label article that I have rights to do that. And the good thing is that you stand out because you're actually changing it around. Other people are not changing it, and you're getting ahead of the crowd of people that are not changing it. And basically your goal is to make it more exciting so that the readers can get excited, you can gain their trust, and so on. So we'll go ahead and change all of this, and we'll fast forward a little bit down. Be punctual. All employers don't like it when their employees are late. So as you can see, all this like all these words can be shortened into just a few words so that it's not too wordy. So we could basically take this paragraph here, read it, and we can turn it into something like, bring a copy of your resume as well as any works or portfolios that may relate to the job you are applying to. And then we can go ahead and change this. Don't forget to dress nicely. No one wants to hire a slob, but don't overdo it. We can change this to first impressions are very important. Don't forget to smile and shake their hands firmly. Make sure that you are alert and answer the questions carefully. It's okay if you pause and think, or we could say it's better if you pause and think than answering the questions without thought. So afterwards, thank the interviewer and make sure you follow up by sending a thank you note. So now that you're done writing the article, basically now is your time to sell a product. So you've got up to the point where you have gained the trust of the reader. And of course you don't want to blatantly say buy this now, but you can say something like, if you would like more tips on having successful interviews, career tips, and more, go to www.blah-blah-blah.com. Whatever site you have, you can put it in the blah-blah-blah.com. It really depends on what you're doing. If that site includes perhaps a free report that you want to build your list, that's great. If it's an affiliate link, you can do that as well. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that some sites do not allow you to include a direct affiliate link. So another thing is you can actually have a website that has those affiliate links on it, or within an autoresponder or things like that. So you can keep that in mind. So once you're done with that, you can put a resource box, and we'll just put resource box here in later video, and we'll go over that in the video number 5. So now you know how to rewrite a private label article. It's actually very simple. It only took us about 10 to 15 minutes, and one thing you do want to note is that you might want to go back and read through it. If you want to include keywords, you can do that. But then again, you don't want to overdo your keywords because there's only a certain percentage of keywords out of the whole article that you want. Otherwise, a lot of search engines might look at it and think, okay, this guy's probably keyword spamming and things like that. So the main focus, don't worry too much about all of that though. Just think about it, just rewrite the article as you would rewrite that article, and that's all you need to do. So now you know how to rewrite a private label article and make it exciting and things like that. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how to find ClickBank affiliate programs that you can add to this specific private label article.